Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cropper here. I've been sent this article. Happy birthday to Vera Rubin, the mother of our dark matter universe. And we're going to have a little look at this article here. We're going to... Now, I say dark matter is baloney. I say it's nonsense. But one of my viewers... Who is it? An objectivist by all appearances. Existence University. Is that who it is? Yeah. Now, he apparently knows physics, which I don't. And somebody sent me this woo-woo science stuff. Mr. Applewine from the Hangout suggested I take a look at that science stuff about hydrinos. And, of course, I made a couple of statements in there. I wasn't sure if light has varying amounts of energy in it or not. And of course, if you would have said to me gamma ray bursts, I would have said, yes, those are dangerous. So, I don't know it all in a context. I'm not a physicist. But I can definitely spot the fact that hydrino stuff was woo because he found dark matter. Alright, dark matter is nonsense. Alright, so where does she find dark matter? What evidence do we have for dark matter? That's a better question. She goes out and she looks at the rotation of galaxies. And from the way that the galaxies rotate, it looks like 5% of the universe is made of normal matter, and 27 is dark matter, and 68 is dark energy. Alright, now... that's because of the speed of rotation of the galaxies. They had ought to rotate like this, and the outer edge should be very, very slow. Pluto and Neptune are extraordinarily slow, right? The inner Mercury goes right around the center, right around the sun, and Pluto goes very slowly. That's not how galaxies do. Galaxies, the outer ones, really whip around. It's amazing. Now, it's almost as though they were powered by electricity, because this is actually the way that a positive and a negative charge combine in a vacuum, in a yin-yang type of symbol. They spiral towards each other until they combine. That is how an electrical charge works. But we don't need electricity, do we? We'll just make more gravity. And how do we make more gravity? We put a ring around the outside of this, made of matter that is not only undetected, but it's undetectable, it's invisible, it doesn't reflect or refract light. So light goes just right through it then? I mean, how ridiculous are we going to be about this stuff? That is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. Who takes that seriously? That is ridiculous. Is it an electrical phenomenon, or is there dark woo-woo matter that's helping us make our shit stick together? Now it talks about the original guy got a 160 to 1 discrepancy in matter, but he didn't understand black holes and brown dwarfs and the various gas and dust that isn't lit up. So if we factor that in, it's more like a 50 to 1, but it's still a massive mismatch. Now, I don't think it's that massive of a mismatch if you put electricity into it. So this phenomenon is exactly what we would see if the galaxy is an electrical phenomenon. There it is, right there. So, let's see. We see this in our own solar system. Earth, on the other hand, is 3 times... Oh, that's what I've just gone over. In a galaxy, there should be many masses contributing throughout. This should affect the rotation speed at different distances from the galactic center, but it doesn't. In her early research towards this end, she began measuring stars within our Milky Way. It's no surprise that her conclusions that the outer part of the galaxy had the same rotational speeds rather than a lower one were widely dismissed. See, people didn't even believe it. They said, well, of course it goes slower out there. No, everything's going just as fast out there as in the middle. Lo and behold, Andromeda indicated the same puzzling effects. They looked at nearby galaxies, and there wasn't a slam. Okay, so they all exhibited the same effect. The rotation curves do not follow the naive relationship we expect between mass and light. This wasn't the slam dunk proof of dark matter you might have been hoping for, as there were many possible explanations for Rubin's observations alone. Soon after, however, other independent lines of evidence came in supporting a unified picture of cosmology. Big Bang nucleosynthesis demonstrated that only 5% of the total universe could be explained by normal matter. Alright, that right there is not a proof of dark matter. That right there is a proof that some other forces are acting, perhaps electricity. Okay? So that right there is, whatever they did with that is not a proof of dark matter. Okay? So he's trying to say there's a slam dunk proof. No, maybe not, but there's also this. That's not a proof of dark matter. Okay? That only shows that there's something else. Okay? Gravitational lensing and large-scale structure formation indicated that 25 to 30% of the universe was some form of matter overall. So we have evidence then that the universe is being pushed around, it's being manipulated, it's being shaped and formed by something other than the gravity in it. Okay? That's what we have learned here. No, that's not a slam dunk proof of dark matter. You have no idea what dark matter is. You haven't even given a hypothesis of what it is. Okay? The cosmic microwave background revealed the ratio between normal and dark matter to be 1 to 5, and this was confirmed by the detection of baryon acoustic oscillations, which arrive at the same figure. Now that I don't know about. The cosmic microwave background revealed the ratio between something and something to be 1 to 5. But dark matter doesn't exist. You guys don't even have a hypothesis of what dark matter is. So I don't know why you think you're measuring it. Zwicky, shortly after Rubin's research was published, suddenly found himself in the mainstream. Well, dark matter still isn't even hypothesized. You guys don't even have a hypothesis for what it is. It's undetected and undetectable. That is the most ridiculous hypothesis in modern physics. Today, the belief that dark matter primarily drives the formation of cosmic structures. Now, you're saying there's something that is the primary driver in the formation of cosmic structures. Alright? And it's undetected and undetectable. That doesn't give you pause? Alright. According to models and simulations, all galaxies should be embedded in dark matter halos, whose densities peak at the galactic center. On long enough timescales of perhaps 1 billion years, a single dark matter particle from the outskirts of the halo will complete one orbit. The effects of gas, feedback, star formation, supernova, and radiation all complicate this environment, making it extremely difficult to extract universal dark matter predictions. That's a strange sentence, isn't it? Because they haven't detected and haven't defined and say it's undetectable. Excuse me. So that's strange for them to say that right there. Oh, this is all very complicated. It's difficult for us to predict how these things will work. It's very complicated. A single black so it'll orbit once in perhaps 1 billion years. But they have no idea what the rotational speed of those is because they're undetected and undetectable. Alright? A halo of dark matter around our galaxies. Undetected and undetectable. Okay? It is time for something else in your theory, guys. No, this article doesn't prove dark matter, it just shows how stupid the idea is.